Jud DeLoss. I am the new CEO of the Illinois Association for Behavioral Health. I have been the general counsel, legal counsel for IABH for about eight and a half years. And as of July 1st of 2020, I became the CEO. Typically, most of my work involves responding to member questions, member issues. We also want to stay ahead of the game and try to drive the discussion and the dialogue on issues before state agencies, working with the legislature in terms of new legislation that we want to see passed that will address member and client concerns, and then answering a variety of questions. As a lawyer, I still serve in that role for IABH, so if there are legal questions that I can answer for you, I'd be happy to do that and provide that additional service for members. In my free time, I am the father of two teenagers. I have an 18-year-old son who is a hockey player pursuing his goal and dream of playing college hockey. So he is playing hockey out east, and so I try to either watch his games online or travel out to visit him when I can on the weekends. And then I have a 16-year-old daughter who is a sophomore in high school, very active in volleyball. And so those are two of my obvious priorities. I also have a 10-year-old husky that is a regular visitor to IABH offices, and Keenan keeps me active, keeps me going. We take our long walks or jogs every morning and then frequently throughout the day. That's got to be my kids. They're fantastic kids. They are good students, better than I ever was, and very active, very outgoing, and to the extent I contributed to that, I consider that to be my greatest achievement. That's a tough question. I love food. I love various types of food. When I was traveling about 6 years ago, I was in Seattle, and a relative took me to a food truck where they were serving Cuban sandwiches. And it sounds so obscure and really in Seattle of all places. But the Cuban sandwich with the bread, the pork, etc., the cheese, it hit the spot. And ever since then, I have not been back to that food truck, but ever since then I have been searching for a Cuban sandwich which is just as good as that one. And so that is probably my favorite food to eat of all time right now, at least.